Welcome back. Well, 12 orphaned children of French jihadists have been flown to France from camps in northeastern Syria. The French Foreign Ministry says the children, the oldest of whom is 10 years old, were isolated and particularly vulnerable. Now, France has insisted that any captured foreign fighters must face local justice. But the fate of their children is less certain. Well, Dr. Joana Cook is a teaching fellow in the Department of War Studies at King's College London, and I asked her what these children would have experienced and what they'll need most once they arrive in France.
Dependent on the age of the children that have been returned, some of them might have been born into the organization and to their parents' affiliation in the group over in Syria and Iraq. And so for these children, the only identity and the only community they will have known is that affiliated with ISIS. If we've seen children taken at an older age by their parents in the years prior, then their experience and their cognition and understanding of this period will be it'll be much more distinct. Regardless, a lot of these children face significant traumas and difficulties. They've been in active war zones in this active war zone for a number of years now, and will need significant and extensive psychosocial support, rehabilitation and reintegration to return to a normal life.
Okay, and from what you're saying, can I extrapolate that the elder children could pose a security threat to the countries that they will return to?
This is one of the concerns that has been raised with children affiliated with ISIS. We do know that some of the male children were trained in combat or in other kind of arms and other execution tactics and things of the sort. But we also have to recognize that these children are victims. Many of them have been child soldiers, some have unwillingly become child brides, and it is the duty of our state to respond to these children and to their needs. We need to make sure that our citizens, these children who deserve our care and require our care, have a chance at living a normal life.
Given the opaque nature of the so-called Islamic State, do we have a clear idea of how many children here we're dealing with?
In a report that me and my colleague Gina Vale put together last year at the International Center for the Study of Radicalization, we accounted for at least 4,640 children globally from at least 80 countries, except there's still such significant data gaps that we recognize this is probably a fraction of the number of children that we're dealing with. In Europe alone, we accounted for about 1,502 children. At least 566 of those were born to one Western European parent over there. So we also recognize this is a significantly under-recognized problem and one that will be with us for the next generation to come.